this video we take a look at the Intarsia cast on. Stay with me and I'll show you how. Intarsia knitting is where we knit in blocks of colour without carrying the yarn across the back side, like we do in fair owl knitting. This cast on method is useful if we want to get straight into knitting our pattern or working in vertical stripes. This method of colour work uses shorter lengths of yarn. As we're not carrying the yarn, we add a new length of yarn with each colour change. It's easier to work off of bobbins. We can make these bobbins by winding our shorter lengths of yarn around some cardboard. So let's get started. Now this works with any cast on method. I'm going to demonstrate using the knitted cast on. We make our slip knot, slip the loop onto the needle, and I cast on the number of stitches I need in this colour plus 1. So my stripes are 5 stitches wide, so I need to cast on 6. I've cast on my 5 plus 1, and now it's time to add our second colour. We make our slip knot, slip the loop onto the needle, and now we need to bring the last stitch of the first colour over this new stitch. Just like when we're casting off, we pick up that last orange stitch and bring it over the purple. We pull the orange yarn tight, making sure the loop is above the slip knot on the new yarn. Now we carry on casting on in our second colour. Again we need 5 stitches, but we're going to add on another colour, so we add an extra stitch. That's 6 altogether. We've cast on our 5 plus 1 stitches. Now we're going to add our final colour. Make our slip knot, slip the loop onto the needle, and we bring the last stitch of the last colour over this new stitch. Pull the cast off stitch tight above the slip knot of the new yarn. And we carry on casting on in that way until we come to our final stripe. And because we're not adding any more colour, we just cast on the number of stitches that we want. In this case it's 5. And we're ready to start knitting, but before we do, we pull each pair of threads tight. Some might find that method a little bit fiddly, but there's another way we can join our new yarn. Once again I'm using the knitted cast on, and I've cast on my 5 plus 1. We take our new yarn and simply loop it over the needle. We then bring the last stitch of the old yarn over the new yarn and pull that tight, and our new yarn is joined. Again we cast on the number of stitches we need plus 1. These stripes are 5 stitches wide, so I cast on 6. Now we're ready to add our new colour. We simply loop the yarn over the needle. We bring the last stitch of the old yarn over the new yarn and pull it tight. We repeat that process for as many colour changes as we need, and when we add our final colour, we simply cast on the required number of stitches. While not so fiddly, this method isn't quite as secure as the first. So when knitting the first row, we will need to keep pulling on the tails to keep the stitches tight. Both methods give a clean finish to our colour changes while joining the yarns together. And that's how to do the Intarsia cast on.